Hey sidekicks! Welcome back to a new video. Today I want to talk about the special drawing challenge I did for this sketchbook. It hasn't filled the whole thing in yet. Basically what I did was the 100 Heads challenge, which was a challenge started by Ahmed Best a while ago. I'll put links in the description. No, it's not like... So you may say, what is the 100 Heads challenge? It's not a not like what it implies to be a Hydra, like and you're Hercules going to slay it. It's more so basically you go and look for the references of heads, different heads. And we're going to start with number 1, which was William Dafoe. Oh, this is also just a play around with markers of the Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Verse. I think it turned out okay for markers at least. But anywho, so the challenge was to just draw 10 heads each day for 10 days, and that would add up to like 100 heads. And in my case, I kind of went a little back and forth. I made heads bigger and larger, depending on, you know, whatever. And so I kind of started out with adding watercolors, and I kind of made it a bit too complicated. So I kind of stuck with pen for the time being, ballpoint pen mostly. This turned out okay. Number 2, number 3 is alright. Like number 4. Pretty interesting. I actually don't know if his teeth actually are on the bottom or the top of his mouth. That's kind of the scary thing. But we're early days, you know. This was of a scientist with a scar on it. I didn't even know if that's from a movie or real life, but it seemed like real life to me. Number 5. I've gone to number 5 here. Number 6. I like the shading in that one. Very good. Obviously there's going to be a vast difference from like the first few drawings to the last like 90 or so. But this one was pretty good. I eventually sort of abandoned watercolors altogether, but this is just markers. Markers had a somewhat, they kind of stayed around a bit, but they didn't last too. Eventually, I just opted for simplicity. I like the different contrasts in markers here. Pretty good. I did a bit of shadow here. I don't know if that was well. I don't know. I actually like how that turned out. Number 9 was it? Oh yeah. 8. Yeah, it was okay. 8 was alright. Didn't quite finish number 10. You know, kind of gave up like at the last second. So yeah, I did, yes, that is true. I sort of forgot about the ears, although they look kind of foreshortened at least. And I did use the 100 Heads tag on Pinterest for like a lot of these. But I did actually also reference ads with just people's faces, because it looked clearer enough and high quality. I think they turned out well enough, serviceable. And sometimes I draw different skin colors. That was an interesting challenge as well. I'd go a little bit further, and which I really didn't have to. This is Adrian Brody, just so you know. We're up to 15, now 16. I think I like how this turned out overall. Then they kind of made a short reprise, the watercolors. This is not too bad. I like how it's angled. I like sort of angled works. Anyway, yeah, this probably won't last, this series of watercolors. This is a couple actors' faces and a model. Hayden Christensen, was it? I did a kind of weird monochrome study here, if that's what you call it. Yeah, this was really cool. I think pretty soon you'll see the me opting for simplicity soon. In the form of pencils, actually. This is pretty good. 24, 23, 22, 21. I did a bit of experimenting with the watercolors. I hope to get that out with watercolor, like water-based markers, but no avail. But I like how this turned out. Oh, a little bit too, actually a little too smaller here. Obviously this is a 100 heads challenge, not more so upper torso challenge. This is unrelated, by the way. This is just doodles that I made with little blotches of watercolor. Some of them are alright. There's a weird platypus looking color, but okay, here we are. Yeah, I liked the ballpoint pen for a while. I still kind of do, but face turned out okay. The color sometimes shows up here. I kind of did 3 for Pedro Pascal on number 30. Because he had like a chart of different emotions. And I think this probably turned out best and probably wasn't as warranted. And I didn't really count them as 3, I counted them as 1 in a way, I don't know. 29, this is a cool effect I saw and I wanted to draw that, and I think, yeah, that was actually fine. It turned out okay, like the, lots of different, cool shading techniques there. 31, a bit more simplistic. I abandoned the approach of just multiples of 1 head. Went back to 1. This is just watercolor, well, not watercolor markers, water-based markers. And I did mix water and to see how it would bleed. And it was pretty nice. 33, 34, 32 and 34, pretty good examples. 36, sorry. Alright, these turning out alright. I did shorter like strokes here. You may notice 38 and 37 kind of shows what I've struggled with hair. I'm thinking like it's got I don't know where a strand can end and begin. It's probably a case where I have to simplify each shape. This guy looks familiar, but I won't say why. But anyway, yeah, I opt for more simplicity. This is the age of simplicity here. 41's pretty good, actually. I like that one. Didn't fit the whole head, unfortunately. 43, yeah, not too bad. Same again with 41. Has some interesting use of shading here. I actually like a lot of the use of shading. Some expressions make their way into this. 45, 46. It's not Prince. He's kind of a little white character, but the model, I'm not sure if I got that well, you know. This is all right. I go back into ballpoint because it's a bit more clearer to me, but the marks feel different. Nonetheless, I didn't mind them. This was a statue. It's just a paste in marble, and I did in pen. You'll see at some point I adopted a technique of drawing the head in a box, and that might change how I approach the subject going forth. I like the face. I think you can obviously tell who that is, to be honest. Despite the head, I think it would need to be like, I don't know, just stretched out a little bit more, and that would be great. I like what the eyes are up here with the shading in the 51. I simplified the hair here, and I think I like how that happened. I like distinguish between shading and hair. That's pretty good. I think you got to make these decisions, right? Because it'll add more balance. to your drawings. This guy has a chin, believe it or not. He has he has a mustache, some facial hair. He's a lot of things going on. I like this face. I like that one too. That one's pretty good. Got the you know. I think the shading bit kind of lost its cohesion along the way, but it, you know, this one's okay. I like the eyes. That was a neat little yeah, a little trick. Just shade as much, but not the entire thing black. You can get like some interesting nuance with ballpoint if you just gotta not try to press down as hard. And then I went more into like scars and facial features, unique facial features. But this one's pretty good too. Not too bad. I haven't set down the mark making. This is really dynamic in a way. Not quite happy with it, but I think I like how it feels dynamic. It's bit choppy. That's the only concern. I fixed the eye on this one, 62. It's got in the hair. Yeah, fix the eye, like I said. This guy has eyes closed. Not too bad. Old guy, 64. 65 was a more facial expression that added to the energy of the hair you could see in the strokes. I like the 66, sort of captured that anguish. I kind of like that actually, and the tears on the guy's face. I also got 67, 68. I kind of 68 and 69, mixed bag. I try to shade and add, subtract with my eraser in this one. Okay. Glasses, they weren't as much a pain. I just have to be aware of them when I draw, you know, around it. You know, I probably didn't have to make a wireframe as much. A wireframe. I know people probably struggle a lot with that. It's interesting. It's like an angled. It's kind of like a thing with like two circles and some straight lines. When you put that on something organic like face, you have to, you know, factor it in. This is all right. Kind of going smaller. Amelia Clark right here, 73. Yeah, so I kind of mixed the original library with stuff I found elsewhere. Not all the same source. 71 I like a lot. And this is when, yeah, I started adopting this. This was from Rutger, I think. His shape, his box method, which I think worked out pretty well. Probably wouldn't work as well with this body type, but maybe it'll work with. I guess I'm going for a realistic look. I tried to do this with this, and I didn't kind of. The photo was interesting. Her jaw was kind of like that, but I don't think it works well here. I think the line works for a good choice in 79. 80 here. We're in the 80s right now. I don't know if it was a penguin or something. It was a It was like a clay model, so maybe it was. I don't know. A bit of a head in there amongst the hair. I kind of yeah, I like focus on those. And this was all right. Actually, I kind of got into a rhythm with all this. With 83, 84. So I just see where my mark making felt comfortable. I did this at around night, and I felt just I didn't overthink it too much. In my opinion, I like how 85. Pretty much how this page turned out. Pretty good. I like 89. I like how that's Jub's stock pub, by the way. I think is Presto username. Yeah, I just referenced a facial expression in this one. Not so good here. It's fine. I don't know. I think it's that ears. I think I have trouble with ears a lot. A lot of focus on this one face. I think I just saw a lot and had to spend time on it. I don't know how well it turned out, but you know, it works. Yeah, I don't know how I would describe how at this stage I sort of settled into a comfy, a stylistic choice of, I think my pencil marks came a bit more angled. They're not too circular, and I like that because it implies something can be a little measurable, more measurable in a sense, and you know, as opposed to looseness in organic sort of shapes. I don't know, but yeah. Oh my god, we're at the second last page here. 96, pretty good, I could say. It was all right. 97, kind of. Mostly good. Mostly good, I would say. Maybe I shouldn't be too detail orientated. Like, maybe I need to, because at the end of the day I'm making a picture and I have to pick what works and what doesn't. Make it a weird dichotomy. I don't mean to make it a weird dichotomy, but yeah. The hair is okay in this. Again, the face, too much detail. Probably need to pare that back. But anywho, yeah. Yeah, the last one. I decided to make a big page with it. And maybe the I don't know what it is about the ears. They probably not foreshortened well. But the face looks alright. It has the balance. It has good enough balance and line weight and softness. But yeah, that's about it. I might try to finish this piece sometime this week, but that's the whole challenge, and I think, yeah, it was worth my time to practice heads and whatnot. It kind of became about portraits and hair, like simplifying shapes. It sort of like slides on a scale of that, but yeah, I learned a lot while doing it. I would recommend you guys trying it. If you do a lot of character design and portraiture, maybe it's definitely help you in that regard. I'd say the lessons I take away is learn to simplify the hair a lot. I definitely there were some parts where yeah, this is more simplified. I would definitely recommend that. And I like how sort of one sort of mark making could help tie this all in together. I think that really that's a good technique to try out too. Try out the box technique when you get the chance. I definitely do that. Yeah, of course it's not all perfect, and I think I've made that clear in the video, but yeah, I'm happy with how it all turned out in the end. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you again in the next time. Cheers, and have a good day. Stay warm, or cool if you're in the northern hemisphere. We're really freezing right here in the southern hemisphere, but that's just us. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you again next time. Cheers, and have a good day.
Are you a homosexual?